This is my this is my gaming chair. I like to call it the wooden gaming chair. You can, ow, it already hurts. You can play in it for about 10 minutes. Okay, welcome back to my channel. It's BornFree here. We reached 5,000 subs. Thank you so much, guys. That means so much to me. We're almost at 6,000 actually, which is amazing. It really is. Just wanted to say thank you. Whether you watch my interviews, my videos about collectibles, my videos on gameplay, and did some videos for beginners in Street Fighter, my speculation videos, whatever it is, however you know me, however you subbed. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. So I've got a Q&A. I said I'd do one when I reached 5,000 subs. So get ready for, I just made this up by the way. Get ready for this. Get ready for some R&R. You know what that is? Realness and rants. Sorry, I'm laughing. Realness and rants. Amazing, huh? Creative chap I am. Probably going to take me a little while. When I ask a question in my interviews, I expect a solid answer. So when you ask me a question, I'm going to give you a solid answer. I rarely do this, so what the hell? But it may take a little bit of time, in which case I'm going to break it into a number of different videos with different titles. I'm also going to make sure that in the description below, you can just link, there'll be timestamps to the questions. You can go to the question that you want. Otherwise, it will be in a playlist, so just sit back, relax, put it on like a podcast in the background, and just listen to me and talk about Street Fighter. Street Fighter, mainly, or Street Fighter, as we say in England. Did say that anybody who asked a question would be entered into a contest for this Oni Akuma 7-inch dunny from Kid Robot. It's a collectible, Comic Con exclusive. This is the box, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to pick a winner from, hold on a second, let me just make sure. There we go. Okay. Those are all, just make sure those are all, it's all in a bowl, you see. Different names. Doing it the technical way. So we're going to pick one out there. And the winner, everything, I was just checking the recorder's on. The winner is, I'm laughing because this guy probably lives on the other side of the world, which is going to kill me when it comes to like actually getting it to him. But it's Khalil Salaiman. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The other thing is I have a cat called Goki. Yes, of course he's called Goki. I'm a total nerd. And he is going to be, come here you. He's going to be wandering around. There he is. Say hello to the camera. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's going to be wandering around and making noise. He talks a lot. And like when I'm doing this, he wants my attention. So he's thoroughly annoying. Just so you know, that's what's going on in the background. Also wanted to say one last thing is anything I say from here on out, even if it's criticism, it's respectful criticism. I'm a huge Capcom fanboy. Like I spent my life playing Capcom games. I love that company. But that's also why I have a voice about it. On the 25th anniversary, they said, I am Street Fighter. And I am Street Fighter. And you are Street Fighter. If you like Street Fighter as much as I do. So yeah, but it's not an excuse to throw my toys out my pram or anything like that. There are a lot of things about this game. I love the franchise, and there are a lot of things about this game that I love, and so anything that I say is in the spirit of us all as the FGC, I think, and Street Fighter being somewhat the leader in the FGC, of it only getting better and more successful. So with that out the way, what the hell, let's get into the questions, okay? Alright, so the first question is from Shenlong is Back, which is like the most superb name ever for somebody who grew up in the arcades and for a long time misunderstood what Shenlong meant or who Shenlong was. He says, BornFree, why did you choose BornFree as your username? You know what, I didn't even order these questions. And if you were a Street Fighter character, what style and look would you have? Okay, well, BornFree is interesting because it at the time I chose the name because it meant a lot of different things. I actually had a couple of other names before that. One of them was Walrus Kung Fu, or Kung Fu Walrus, or something stupid like that, where I did a video. I actually did a video a long time ago, not on this channel, about how to go to Evo, you know, how to prepare for it, how to be, you know, at the front during the finals, and like taking water and food and having a little backpack and all that sort of stuff. But Born Free itself, free is a term used in fighting games. It's basically self-deprecation. So free is a bit like being a scrub, right? So you know, if it took no effort to beat somebody, they get free to you, and that's what I'm talking about. The cat just jumping over stuff, knocking things over, making noise. So Born Free is this idea that you know, I'm free. So like, it's self-deprecation. It's like when PR Balrog had his name was something Scrub or something like that. Of course, I'm not a player like PR Balrog. I'm not that good, but it's still self-deprecation. So that when I play, it would be quite funny, because I'd get these messages where someone would go, "Ha ha ha, yeah, you are free," and then I would just write back, "Oh man, you got the joke. Good for you." And then they'd just go bonkers because they'd played themselves, which I thought was quite funny. But now it has all these other connotations, like Born Free, which is kind of an inspirational song. America, I'm now live in America, the land of the free. And also the movie Born Free has lions in it, and now Akuma looks like a lion. So there's this crazy kind of Illuminati connection. But it's primarily this idea of being free at a video game. Now, one thing I did think of, which is cheesy as hell, but I don't really care. All of us, it's the cat again, all of us are born free. But you don't have to stay free, because if you work hard, you won't be free to anybody. So all of us are born free. You don't have to stay free. See how cheesy I am? A lot more of that to come, don't worry. As far as like a character that I would, what style would I be if I was in a game? I would be a Shoto. I'm not in the anti-Shoto movement. I'm not a Street Fighter hipster. Shotos are a very important part of the game. The game was styled around Ryu. You know, that is evident. If you want a non-Shoto game, play one of the millions of other fighting games out there. But Shotos will always be part of the game, and you will always come across a lot of Ryus. That's it. It's just the way it is. What style would I have? Akuma would be my desired style. You know, most people would just say I would, you know, stick me in a video game and I would be skinny Triple H, right? But of course, Akuma, when I was a child and growing up, and people used to make fun of me and you know, make fun of my hair. You know, like in England, it's very ginger haired people. You'd make fun of you when you were a kid and just tell you how, I don't know, it was just like a sign of disrespect. It was like saying, you're ugly. Like, you got ginger hair, you're ugly. So so when a character came along in a video game that I loved, eventually came along, and I say eventually because I sat through the iterations in the arcade, when Akuma appeared, and he was the most amazing character in my favourite game in the arcade, and he was jumping in the air and shooting fireballs in the air, and doing the first ever Raging Demon on M. Bison, and this guy had ginger hair, or red hair, or auburn hair, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah. So if I wanted to be depicted, it would be Akuma, of course. Some deep-seated vulnerabilities right here, guys. On the Shelf, another great name, says, what would you prefer from Pop Culture Shop collectibles? More Street Fighter Classic line statues or the Ultra line? So for those of you who don't know, Classic line is sort of mixed media. So he has clothing that's real, and you know, and a statue, and then the Ultra line, as they're calling it, is just fully sculpted line. So you can have action shots, right? So that you could have, like, for instance, if you had a cape on something like Superman or some shit, you could have it waving in the air, and it would look like very, very dynamic. Truth is, do I want one of more or the other? No, not really. I'm fine with both. I would love to see a little speed up in production, and I would like to see. I mean, I always want everything to be good quality. So Of course, I don't want them to speed up production so much that they lose the quality. Let's keep the quality, but if we could speed up the production a little bit, that would be great. But these are the issues with working with China. So communications are slow, and you have to get efficiencies from factories and so on and so on. Edition sizes, I would love to see the edition sizes kept in check, because as they grow, so there's a whole group of people who will leave the hobby, and when those people leave, the hype will leave. It's an ecosystem. It really is. Even the so-called flippers, they're all part of the ecosystem. They help hype everything. They help make everything more sought after. They help make everything more exciting, believe it or not. So I just think the ES, there should always be a version of each statue which feels very special, very sought after, and everybody wants that. Next question is from Scott Thompson. He says, you win the Capcom Cup 2017. Okay, I think he might, I don't know, could happen, right? Always go back to Gandhi, always watch the Gandhi match. Just need to do that a number of times and we'll be good. Oh, no invincible DP, so it's not going to happen. What character do you design a costume for, and what is it? Well, I had a little think about this, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I love Karin. Karin is like, I just love her. She's so snooty, and she's just like if she's the kind of girl that I date in real life. I got to be honest with you, blonde chick. Although Karin, I believe, is Japanese, but it would be like a blonde American, snooty blonde American girl, and without a doubt. Which made me think of Uma Thurman and Kill Bill and the wedding dress and the bloodied wedding dress, and you know, she had a baby in that, I think, as well. And it's just like kind of all fucked up. The whole thing's kind of fucked up. But Karin, that would be like a cool, wouldn't that be cool? Like Karin in like the Uma Thurman bloodied wedding dress from Kill Bill, because of the revenge factor, you know? And we'll talk about stories later, but characters and stories and all that sort of stuff make games so much more interesting for me than frame data, and for people in general. And I think that should be woven into the marketing of any game. Hell, you know what? Make a new character. Make Helen. Give it to Colin. Sorry, Helen/Colin. I hope Helen turns into Colin when she hits V trigger. If that is indeed Helen, it looks like it's going to be Helen. But that would be cool, wouldn't it? V trigger Helen that turns into Colin. Hell, make it her backstory, like Crazy Wedding, like Revenge, whatever. I don't know. Two other characters that I thought of would be Third Strike Ken. That's not actually a hard one to do, but Third Strike Ken, maybe modders could do it for the PC guys. Third Strike Ken, maybe they've already done it. Ryu from Street Fighter 1. Ryu from Street Fighter 1 would be a great costume for Ryu, with red hair, just old school Ryu. Because the red hair, man, come on.